Hey everyone, it's Lisa with the Dodd Group on Etsy. So last time we worked on constructing this cover and I'm going to finish it off today. You can see that it's going to be pretty thick, 4-inch spine, and it needs to be thick because this 3 signature section is going to be glued down. Probably do that off screen, just put glue on the back side and mash it down. But it's going to be a chunky one. But today we're going to finish off the inside and outside covers. I just re-inked my Tim Holtz ink pad, so you'll see me rub my brush on the inside cover. That is just to kind of distribute the ink. Since I just re-inked the pad, it's a little bit too juicy. But we're going to quickly just ink these edges and get them glued in place. Quickly ink around the edges of the inside and the outside of the cover. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I have my pre-cut and pre-inked pieces ready. I'm going to make sure I'm not covering up my crease. Of course, lay down protection. I'm going to use a combination of my Fabri-Tac and art glitter glue. The art glitter glue will dry faster than the Fabri-Tac, so the art glitter glue, it kind of serves the purpose that the double-sided tape did when we were constructing the cover. It kind of holds it in place while the Fabri-Tac, the thicker glue, dries. It's not necessary to use 2 glues. Just if you're only using Fabri-Tac, be mindful that it dries slow, very slowly. So if you're messing around with your cover, you could accidentally slide your panel to the wrong orientation. Yeah, make sure you have it top side top, bottom side down. Don't glue your cover, inside cover on upside down. So that worked. Now we're going to do the same for the back. And really smush your Fabri-Tac out as far as you can out toward the edges. Again, I use a paper towel so that I don't cut my paper or tear my paper. The glue can make the paper kind of wet and want to tear. So really get in there and smush it down. Have a little edge right here where I did not apply enough glue. Just put a little spot on there and fix it. Alright, there we go. I'd like to fray this edge a little bit more, just to have a few strings hanging down. To protect my cover, I'm just going to use a little piece of scrap Tim Holtz and a safety pin and just pull those threads through, cut them off, and ravel them just a little bit. There we go. I think that looks good. Now I have some lace I had picked out. It's going to cover the transition between the fabric and the paper cover. And then this little portrait, we're not sure where we're going to put it, but it'll be somewhere on the front. Stay tuned. It'll be in this video. It's not going to take much Fabri-Tac, and it will come through the lace, so I'm going to put it on the fabric and then mush the lace down on top of it. Just gently tapping that in place. Going to just quickly smooth it out with a paper towel. Of course, the Fabri-Tac comes right through the lace. So just kind of use your fingers. We're going to add more glue right at the edge and just gently tap it down. And covers are so much fun to decorate. I tend to go a little minimalist compared to others. I love this little portrait here. So let's see, I'm trying to dig out something else. I love using these ribbon roses from Michael's or Hobby Lobby, maybe even Joann's. Ooh. So just move things around, try to figure out where you want them placed. Nothing's permanent till you glue it down. So I'm going to trim the netting edges of this ribbon rose just so that it doesn't show. No reason to save those. And I think it might need just a little Tim Holtz, there we go. Vintage photo on a vintage photo. How about that? That's a good start. Let's see. Glue still wet. Because it does have an Eiffel Tower on the cover. I really like that. So let's pull out a couple of bulb pins. I have an idea here, bear with me. Alright. The Chest of Charms. This is a rose charm. It's pretty good. It goes with the color of the theme. And a little, oh, I forget what you call those brooches. And look, an Eiffel Tower. I think we'll go with that. We'll save the others for another day. Just going to put this Eiffel Tower charm, glue it to the pin it to the underside of this ribbon rose, and then that will get glued down. Maybe have to move the picture down a little bit, just for a little symmetry. And this is going to require a pretty good glob of Fabri-Tac. When I get it smushed, I'm just going to move it a little bit, spread that out. There we go. I'm not going to use too much glue on this frame. It will stick for sure. And I don't want to glue on the back of the picture. It's just cardstock and it might bubble through. So there we go. Make sure it's straight. And what do you think? All we'll have to do is glue this in, add some, whoop, there we go, stick that back on there, add some pockets and more tags from the kit, and we'll be done, so stay tuned.